Ah, good old armor. The spice of life, the quintessential gear to keep you from dying a horrible death. And also to make you look like a cool as hell knight. Welcome to part 14 of Trials of Mana. Here in Beiser, we got the lamellar armor, the bee gown, and the stud leathers for Duran, Angela, and Riesz respectively. This will give the characters a boost in physical defense. And as usual, I'm going to sell off my old gear as it is obsolete and I just hate looking at it. It clutters the menu something fierce. The weapon shop in Beiser sells broadswords, which I picked up one in the Mulberry Moors 2 parts ago, the Twisted Rod for Angela, and the Korsk, or maybe it's pronounced Korsku, for Riesz. And this will give the women a harder hit. Like I said before, I already got Duran's broadsword from a treasure chest, so I got him covered there. The group is good, my mans is good, everyone is good to go. Beiser is probably the most lively town in the game. It doesn't offer much, but it still offers a hell of a lot more than other towns in this game. Beiser has its own market that is open after dark and it sells very rare items, as well as a cabaret bar where you can watch dancers perform. I wish more towns had random activities or hell, even mini games in them, but alas, it doesn't work like this. This is a very basic RPG. So when it comes to a town like Beiser being in this game, it feels kind of odd. But I welcome the strangeness of this place. Like it's the only place in this game that feels like a fully realized town that you can actually live in, you know? And not just a glorified hub world where you collect stuff, and sell stuff, and buy stuff. Did I mention you buy stuff too? Yeah, you do that a lot. I'm scouring the town at night, not just because of the night market, but also to see if there's any change in the civilian activities, which doesn't appear to be the case. Like Angela here, she's still standing here regardless of the time of day. I'm guessing she's an insomniac. Do you know what those dancers said? They asked if I was a performer too. The nerve. I can't say I blame the dancers for the mistake. Look at what you're wearing! A couple of your personal belongings are showing. And side note, Angela's costume may or may not get more scandalous as you promote, depending on how you promote her. I go down the dark side with Angela, so yeah. You'll see. Anyway, at the end of the previous part, I grew a stamina serum in the magic pot. This item is one of many serums that will permanently boost a character's stat by 1 point. In this case it's stamina, which boosts defense, and I gave it to Duran because why not, he's the tank. And some of you may be thinking, why not just give the defense boost to Angela? She's the mage, she's squishy, so you want to boost her defense, right? No, it doesn't matter, she'll still be squishy. That's like giving a magic stat boost to a knight. It's not going to work because the knight either doesn't know magic at all or is very inept at using magic, so it's not going to work. The mage or wizard should just stay far away and throw fireballs. That's really all they're good for. And I'm not saying that disparagingly. My favorite class to use is Black Mage after all because I love blowing shit up. And Riesz loves the ocean breeze. It's good for the skin, or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not. Welcome to the night market. You're an adventurer, right? If you need to get somewhere, come by the docks and see me. Aye aye, Captain. After we see some dancers, I need the motivation, okay? This treasure chest has 500 lucre in it. That's oddly suspicious. Why would you just leave that sitting out in the open like that? Welcome, you bunch of thieves. You just stole my paycheck. The night market sells a bunch of unique items that can be used in combat. The consumable items range from dealing magic damage, boosting allies, and hindering enemy stats. Some of these items you'll find fighting enemies or, on some rare occasions, the magic pot, but for the most part, the mulberry claw, the earth coin, the ice coin, all of these items are only sold in Beiser. At night. Let's not forget that part, they're only sold in Beiser at night. And on the other side of the market, sorry ladies, is going to be a regular item shop, but there's 2 new items in stock. The 2 new healing essentials are going to be the Polto Oil and the Marm Polto Oil. They will recover all of your allies' health and heal everyone's status effects.
We're the Aurora sisters, famed entertainers of the night market. Shall we dance for you?
If you say no right here, then there's definitely something wrong with you. They don't call it the night market for nothing. The thought of the Aurora sisters, probably more than just a thought for Duran, has granted you a new ability. It's Magic Switch. It increases magic attack by 5% in battle. I'll equip that to Angela just for added effect. Looking good so far. And that's why this game is T for teen, just the dance scene alone. And some costumes. That's what pushed it way over the edge. Just a little bit. So whenever you ask yourself the question of Batman Arkham City's age rating, remember that Trials of Mana has the same age rating. At least in the United States. This could very well be rated 12 in Europe and Batman's rated 16 over in Europe or something. I don't know how Peggy works over there.
For labor? Normally I'd offer you a deal on indentured servants, but I'm sold out. Someone already bought the last bratty boy I had. That kid had a few screws loose. Kept saying he was a prince or something.
What? That boy might very well have been Elliot. Where is he now?
Well, you knew him? Sorry. But the man just bought the wares and left. I didn't pry, since business is business. Oh, have mercy! I sold the kid to a red-eyed man. That's all I know, I swear.
I cannot let this go. People's lives are not goods to be bartered. You should be ashamed.
Yes, ma'am. Understood. I will change my wicked ways. Just please spare me.
Red eyes.
Wow, that guy switched lanes easily. She was glaring into my soul. Ah! The trader also gives you an ability for his repentance. This will give you a 20% chance of canceling all ally stat decrees. Look at this guy cowering like a weasel. Don't worry, the mean lady is gone. She won't hurt you anymore. Or glare into your soul. It doesn't look like she was glaring at all. She was just arching her eyebrows a bit while holding back a laugh. That's it. Anyway, you can reset your training points at the phony as fuck fortune teller right here, and this can actually be useful if you're not satisfied with your current skill allotment. Another game that I'm thinking of that you can actually reset your points is Jedi Survivor. You can actually take away some points from like a stance and put it into some other stance or more of your force abilities or something. And that game actually does resetting skill points better than this one. I'm preparing to cast off, but it's gonna take a while. Why don't you take a walk and come back in a little bit? Oh damn, I forgot the sailor asked for more time to prepare. Shit. I don't think I talked to these guys yet. Starting with this guy, who is, he's a special case. The only ship I'm seeing is that one, buddy. But, meet Metello. He's, he likes supernatural stuff.
Supernatural, huh? Everybody needs a hobby, I guess.
No, Duran, that sounds like something that is definitely going to bite all three of you in the ass later on. There's a mysterious item called the Miner Mallet, but even the merchant guild that runs the night market hasn't gotten his hands on it. That seems like another plot point that we'll come across later, along with Supernatural Metello and the seemingly not-so-real ship from The Legend of Mana. That was a good game. Underrated PlayStation 1 game. Nobody talks about Legend of Mana anymore. And this lady is telling us what we already know. Yes, I know about the night market and the Aurora sisters, and I'm a horny camper. And apparently so are Riesz and Angela based on their reactions at the dance.
Coming aboard?
And yes, Charlotte is allowed to go into the bar and see the dance too. Fake ID, son. And we're off on a new venture. Hola.
Can't wait to get a look at the Laurentian mountain territory.
My homeland of Laurent is north of Palo Port. I can lead the way, once we dock.
Palo Port is now a territory under the control of the Navarro nation. Move along.
Oh, hang on, Riesz. Don't draw attention to us now.
Palo is in a terrible state. We should ask around town and find out more. There could be a lead on one of the Mana Stones after all.
Welcome to Palo, which is run down compared to Beiser, and Riesz is understandably pissed because it's the same bastards that torched her home. Riesz just wants to find her brother and go home. Why can't she do that? We do have some unexpected allies here, though.
Captain Riesz?
Huh?
Your Highness, you are alive! I am so glad you were spared.
Liza, is that you? Oh, how fortunate!
Hush, please, Captain. We must be discreet lest the Navarlan agents overhear. I am not the only Laurentian survivor. There are many more in hiding in the mountains. Captain, go to the Semnosa Meadow.
Hey! You gonna take my order or not?
Sorry for the wait.
As it turns out, there are indeed survivors from the Amazon Kingdom. Liza is Riesz's second-hand woman, and even though she wasn't a major player in Riesz's introduction, Liza was there for at least 5 seconds and then she disappeared. She must have teleportation powers or something. Teleportation, yeah! The townsfolk are under martial law from the Navarro spies, and there seems to be no end in sight. Did you hear? Navarro managed to infiltrate Citadel Laurent. I thought they burnt the place down Mega Man X7 style. Oh, it's Catman! He looks very uncomfortable to be here, which of course is the case. He doesn't like what's going on here, I don't like what's going on here, and Riesz damn sure doesn't like what's going on here either. And yet another little cactus location. It's right behind the well and right in front of the tree in Palo. And with that, I can now claim my prize, which is to be able to view undiscovered treasure boxes from the map menu. Alright, 5 more finds to go before our next prize, whatever that may be. It could be anything. Anyway, I'm going to check up on the magic pot to see what I can grow. It's gonna be a fairy walnut, that's all it is. Nothing too special. We gotta wait a bit for the good shit to come in, which is going to start in 3 or 4 parts from now. The characters will get to their first stage of promotion in part 16. That's when the mayhem truly begins. And if you thought the characters are overpowered, you haven't seen anything yet. And they also get some new threads, and I gotta say, the costumes, looking pretty sharp. If you need me, I'll be here. Good luck out there talking to the townsfolk. Angela being as lazily helpful as ever, I guess. Anyway, it's time to get going for the mountains. We got some Amazonians to find. This song goes hard, by the way. If there was a favorite song in the game for me, this would be all of them would be number 1, honestly. But this track, which is called Different Road, would come close. And here's yet another little cactus location. Oh geez, they're giving these guys out like candy. Heavensway is the name of this area, and there's going to be a ton of new enemies and obstacles that stand in your way. One of the standout enemies in this area are harpies, who appear a lot throughout Heavensway.
We must head for the Semnosa Meadow in the mountains. Be careful. The mountains are full of dangerous creatures.
I hope we find your fellow guard soon.
Another enemy you run into in this area are going to be needlebeaks. They have this attack called Gold Rush or Gold Wind, I believe, which is a tornado attack that will actually knock the character you're using or some other character off balance and stagger them, and possibly stun lock them too. There are many times where I jump into the air to attack the needlebeaks and then, oh, Gold Rush, I just get knocked back to the ground. Shit.
Allow me. We should continue continue on our journey as planned.
Okay, Riesz being sassy for once, I like it. I will say that the most dangerous enemy in Heavensway is the Copper Knight, this guy right here. I know I'm using the super attack on this guy to make him look easy, but trust me, he's really not. Not only does the Copper Knight hit hard and stagger you, but he also has high defense as well as the spin slash, which works kind of the same as the Whirlwind Spear, but the Knight moves around like a dreidel, so it'll just be spinning in circles. So you have to move super far away to avoid getting hit by the tornado. And last and certainly least, you have imps. They're here. They're a threat, kind of, maybe. Not really. They just cause mischief like imps, so they're not really that big a deal. And there was that Gold Rush move. I freaking hate that attack. These guys are definitely not the hardest enemies in the game. Their color swap versions are definitely way more trickier. Or way trickier. Not way more trickier. Freaking English.
Hard to fight this high up.
That sentiment just implies that either Duran is scared of heights or he's suffering from altitude sickness. Oh my god, a realistic syndrome in the mana game? Nah, he's just scared of heights. And that was the Spin Slash. It covers way more distance and ground than the Whirlwind Spear. And depending on the class you pick, Duran can even learn this move, making him an unstoppable brick. It's more along the lines of his Dark class promotion, so you might be able to see him pull off the Spin Slash in this playthrough. And by might, I mean definitely, because Duran's going full Dark. He's gonna be Team Dark. Anyway, we're getting closer to the Somnosa Fields. The Somnosa Fields? Wait, what? I have a bad feeling about this.
Are these Somnosa flowers? Oh no. Curses.
And the trio died that day. Well, that's it for the Trials of Mana playthrough. That was kind of a somber... Oh, wait.
Huh? Where am I?
Captain, thank goodness. This is our secret base. We have been preparing the remaining Amazon forces since Navarro attacked the Citadel.
Oh.
We chased after the kidnapped prince during the Navarlan assault, but unfortunately we stumbled into the Somnosa meadow and succumbed to the sleep spores. Once the wind blew the spores away, we awoke to a cold trail and the Citadel burning in the distance. We have failed you and Prince Elliot.
Please, I am simply happy that you are alive.
Thank you, Your Highness. Once your companions are awake, please come to the meeting room. Everyone wishes to see you, Captain.
See you in part 15.